Hi, this is Kim Reads Urantia. So nice to be here with you today. So we've got Light the Flame by Andrew Harvey. And we're going to read from the Urantia book too, but just first this. Also, it's Veterans Day, so thank you for your service to our country. That's not a small thing. That's important to acknowledge that those that sacrifice for public service and put themselves in harm's way. So thank you to our veterans. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead with Light the Flame, and this is Romanus Melodus. Romanus Melodus was a composer. He was a Byzantine hymnographer and composer, and he was born in what's now Syria in about 490 AD. Okay, so he wrote music to God. So we're going to read a little bit of his lyrics. Okay. Mother, pillar of fire in this darkening desert, help me follow you across the burning sands of my hopelessness and despair, to the country where your splendor reigns, and all the rocks and rivers chant your name. Romanus Melodus. Okay, so notice we're invoking, instead of the Father, we're invoking the Mother. And it's kind of, the Mother is the destination that draws us forward. And she's also here with us right here. All the time she's with us. But she also is the dream that the dream of the beautiful place, the country where your splendor reigns. And I'm thinking of just this verdant hills and valleys with animals and trees and vegetation, and where we can just relax and play in the water and just enjoy living. So that's a dream of our Mother, okay, where there's none of this struggle and difficulties. So let's hold that in our heart. Of course, then what is the Father? The Father is more like the fuel, the energy that pushes us forward in momentum, that makes us just drive forward despite obstacles to reach that focus, that linearity. that motion, right? Yeah. Okay. So let's leave it there. So that's beautiful hymn. Help me follow you across the burning sands of my hopelessness and despair, to the country where all the rocks and rivers chant your name. Okay, let's read from the Urantia book. We're on paper 25, The Messenger Hosts of Space. All right. Section 5, The Custodians of Records on Paradise. Okay. From among the tertiary Supernafim and Havona, certain of the senior chief recorders are chosen as custodians of records, as keepers of the formal archives of the Isle of Light, those archives which stand in contrast to the living records of registry in the minds of the custodians of knowledge. sometimes designated the Living Library of Paradise. Okay, so these are the custodians of, yeah, okay. The custodians of records. Yeah. So they're different than the living libraries. Okay. So these are formal archives, so they're different than living libraries. Custodians of knowledge. Were we talking about these? These were technical advisors. Are they also called custodians of knowledge? Anyway, let's just keep reading. The recording angels of the inhabited planets are the source of all individual records. Throughout the universes, other recorders function regarding both formal records and living records. From Urantia to Paradise, both recordings are encountered. In a local universe, more of the written records and less of the living. On Paradise, more of the living and less of the formal. Okay, so let's look at that again. Okay, so this is different. Where do they have the living records? Where do they have these formal records? Okay, from Urantia to Paradise, both recordings are encountered. In a local universe, there's more written records, formal records, and less of the living records. On Paradise, there's more of the living and less of the formal. On Uversa, both are equally available. So as you go up, ascending up, there will be more, you will count more living records, which to me means it's valuable because that's experience. That doesn't make sense. If it's perfected, it should be more formalized and less imbued with potential. That almost seems backwards to me. Okay. Okay, well, let's yeah, I don't know. So there's more living records in Paradise. Because there must be more potential then. I'm not sure. I got to just keep going. Every occurrence of significance in the organized and inhabited creation is a matter of record. While events of no more than local importance find only a local recording, those of wider significance are dealt with accordingly. From the planet systems and constellations of Nebadon, everything of universe import is posted on Salvington. And from such universe capitals, those episodes are advanced to higher recording, which pertain to the affairs of the sector and supergovernment. Paradise also has a relevant summary of superuniverse and Havona data. And this historic and cumulative story of the universe of universes is in the custody of these exalted tertiary supernaphim. Okay. Okay. While certain of these beings have been dispatched to the superuniverses to serve as chiefs of records, directing the activities of the celestial recorders, Not one has ever been transferred from the permanent roll call of their order. Okay, so they're all there. They have permanent jobs. Okay, so these are just keepers of the records like librarians, but they're not the living librarians. So how data has more Paradise also has a relevant summary of superuniverse and Havona data. And this historic and cumulative story of the universe of universes is in custody of these. Okay, so this is the story, but wouldn't that story be more fixed in Havona than it would be out in the, I don't know. I have to meditate on that. That's interesting to me. Okay, I have to just let that go right there. So there's something that here that's counterintuitive to me, so I have to meditate on it. About the nature of data collecting and facts. What is a fact? It's the highest nature of facts. Okay, all right. Thank you very much here. We'll talk again. Thank you. We'll see you later. Bye.